Welcome to the Rave.com. I am Chad, and I'm here with Burton from the band Fear Factory. How's it going?
Great, Chad. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Welcome back to the Rave. It's been a while.
It's been a while, far too long, but we're back, and like usual, it's always hopping here.
It's definitely hopping around here.
Hopping in place.
You're deep into the Fear campaign tour right now. How's that been going?
Tour's been going really well. Fans have been coming out, enjoying the shows, and even in this economic times where it's hard for everybody, fans are coming out and still enjoying some good rock.
Now, the last time you were here was back in '05, I think, and a lot's changed since then. What was the catalyst that got you back with Dino?
Time was the catalyst. Dino and I were best friends for many years. We started this band together, and as familiarity breeds contempt. You become there's things that you learn about each other. So, it got to a point where we just couldn't be around each other anymore. But after 8 years of not talking to each other, it got to a point. It was like the water under the bridge kind of thing. I was like, well, I forgot what I was mad about, and so was Dino. And I was on tour with Ministry in 2008, and Dino came out to the LA show, and there he was, and I just walked up to him and said hi.
Nice.
And it was this time. I was like, I missed my friend.
That's excellent. And the result is Mechanized. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The result has been amazing and spectacular. We've had a great time. Dino and I have had the creative consciousness of the band is at an all-time high. Working in the room with Gene Hoglan and Dino Cazares and Byron Stroud writing this music, which is very exciting. And because of the excitement, it just drove the creativity even faster. And we wrote this record in 4 months, recorded in 2, it's been very inspirational and just a lot of good times.
Awesome.
And the tour's been going great, and we're having a great time touring. The band is really tight.
Now, you've been here 10 plus times. What's the craziest memory from the Rave?
I got a great story about the Rave. We were opening up for Sepultura in 1994, and it was their Chaos AD tour, and it was us, Clutch, and Fudge Tunnel, and Sepultura, of course. And Clutch and Fear Factory were like flip-flopping, and so that night we went on first. And in '94, that the sidebar where there was no bands ever playing there, but there was that sidebar still, and there was a bartender there, a little blonde cutie, who took a liking to me and proceeded to get me drunk, and just gave me shot after shot of Jägermeister, to a point where it was like this. It's these stools, right? And then you can turn on the stool, and got to a point. The last thing I remember, I was on my stomach on this stool, just like turning around, and it was one of the Sepultura crew guys that saw me, and it's like, oh my gosh, Bert, we gotta get you out of here. And so I stumbled with this person to we were in an RV, and they threw me in the RV, and I just stumbled to the back of the RV, and somebody was back there getting busy, and I just kind of barged in and just passed out on the bed next to them. That's the last thing I remember, but that was one of the fine moments.
That's awesome. Three's Company. Nice story. So you got a webcast tonight. What do you think of that?
I think it's very exciting, and I think this should happen all the time. With many different places. It shows, one, the community that the Rave has with the online community, and it also gets the bands that play here more exposure, and people who don't have a ticket to have a chance to say, wow, this is what I'm missing. And so I think it's a fantastic idea.
Exactly, all around the world, worldwide webcast.
Absolutely.
What's next on your agenda?
Teleportation. No, we're
bar stools, maybe.
Bar stools, maybe tonight. You never know. I'm in that mood. We're halfway through this tour. This is the 13th show on the tour, and we're gonna go through the rest of the United States, and then we go directly to Europe after this to do some festivals. Then we come back in July and play more, United States shows, and then we go back to Europe in August to do more festivals. So We got a lot of touring. Fear Factory's album just pretty much came out and is doing well. And the more we play, the more fans hear about it. And my goal is to hopefully open up for obviously a bigger band, and try and capture some of those fans.
Mm-hmm. Well, keeping busy, definitely.
Got to keep it busy in this day and age. The way things are, touring is the way a band stays alive, and merch. But touring is the way we stay alive.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
My pleasure, Chad.
Hope to see you soon here.
We'll be back.
Check out Fear Factory the next time they're at the Rave. Thanks for watching, therave.com.